So you know that address you gave me? I went there.
MJ.
I know, but wait.
What is this?
Just listen.
Welcome back, everyone. Here's another reaction video. Now, I'm certain some of you have heard of the Microsoft Activision deal. And as we all know, some of you have already played Modern Warfare 3 2023. This deal, I think it gains interest to all people. Now, we're gonna take a look at reaction, how people say that you are broke if Microsoft and Activision's deal is done. We're gonna react to a commentary community that I watch. I'm not gonna pause all the way. If there are some parts I take interest, I will pause it, give my thoughts on it, and then continue forward.
Morning everybody, how are y'all
Morning.
doing today? I'm doing great, although by the time we're done with this video, I don't think I'm going to be. Because this video we're going to be taking a look at today has helped me come to the terrible realization that I am broke because I'm happy the Activision deal went through. But in all seriousness, I can only imagine what we're about to look at because honestly, I haven't even watched the video yet. A bit of a behind the scenes look at what I do here. A lot of the time, whenever I'm clipping a video, I just hit screen record and then I walk away and just lay on my bed until the video's done recording. Doesn't always happen, but I think it's fun when it does because then you guys get my first time reaction. And really quickly before we get into this, I just wanted to apologize for not uploading for like over a week. It wasn't even me like being busy with Halloween or getting swamped by work or anything. I just didn't feel like making a video in all honesty, and that does suck. You know, burnout, it happens, but I'm feeling good now and I'm glad to be back. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this.
Ooh, I'm looking sexy. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Microsoft closing the $69 billion Activision deal. Finally.
Well, at least we can agree on one thing, and that is finally it's over. This should have been over back in, what, probably last year, I would argue. But damn, bro, imagine starting a video talking about how sexy you look. It does not get more narcissistic than that. I mean, look, self-love is an important thing, but I fail to see what it has to do with the Microsoft Activision deal. By the way, there's gonna be a bunch of jumps between certain parts of his video, because half of this is just him talking about stuff that I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. We're gonna focus on the important parts, mainly the poor shaming. So anyway, let's continue.
Yes, I know. We've heard you crying, Kid Smooth. We've heard you crying every day for a year and a half. And let's be honest here. Now that you're not crying, what did you really get? Okay, so you get the same games you got before, except instead of paying $60, now your broke ass can pay $1. So, you know what? That actually is a good thing.
Yes, impeccable logic. If somebody wants to pay less money for a product, they must be broke. Only poor people like to save money. I mean, you cannot be serious, dude. Also, Game Pass is not $1. They got rid of that whole thing. It's either 10 or 15 a month. If you're gonna poor shame people, at least get it right. But I love it. He says, oh, what did you gain from it? And then immediately says exactly what people gain from this acquisition. And then uses that gain as a way to poor shame people. Because again, only poor people want to save money, right?
Klutz. Hi. First off, that is correct. We have to understand one thing. Not everyone can afford a buttload of video games to put it on a shelf. I mean, the margin for that is pretty much low. Reason is because of the economy. I only got like what, 2 games on Steam, and I got a few on emulator. Yes, I know it's not relevant, but I had to put it in. And I also have crack games. Look, the reason I have crack games because I'm still learning, or I'm still conducting this whole online transfer or buying games digitally. It's still a learning process. It's not common for people to save money. This gaming laptop, you wanna know how long it took me? It took me 3 years of hard labor. And I should have bought this on 2019, but it was overshadowed. And by the time COVID hit, I was overshadowed again, not until August or perhaps early 2021. And then early 2022, on my birthday, my 29th birthday, I managed to get myself a good gaming laptop, of which I will always make content on this until I can upgrade it into a powerful 4050 or 4060 gaming laptop one day, or perhaps once I monetize. I'm saving money because I don't buy games all the time. You wanna know what I do? If I do buy games, I play it. If it's boring or anything, you wanna know what I do? Uninstall, but I don't remove it from my Steam library. Because I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that game is still good, even if people are complaining, which is why I don't buy games day one. I waited until all the patches have been arrived, have fixed the game, and then purchase it or wait for sales, which is a uncommon thing. It's rare for sales to come, like Christmas, which coming out, I don't know, because I'm gonna be planning to buy another game on my birthday next year.
Benefits me greatly.
Wait, hang on a sec.
Because now,
Save money, right?
that benefits me greatly. Because now, if you only have to pay $1 for these games, Smooth, instead of the 60 or 70, well, that's money you could be paying me. And I like money. I like money a lot. So you know what, Smooth? Get ready for Spider-Man. It's gonna do good, but it ain't gonna do 92 good.
Dungeon Alchemist is an AI-powered map-making application that allows you to make
What does Spider-Man have to do with anything? All right, whatever. I guess putting that aside. Look, Kid Smooth
I wonder. You know what? Let's continue forward.
is dumb, but he is not dumb enough to donate money to you. Although, you know what, Black Bond? I will happily donate to you if it means you will get that haircut fixed. Bro looks like he has 2 Christmas trees tied to the side of his head. Bro's got 2 Sport Rack Vista XL cargo boxes on his head. Now look, normally I am against going after physical appearances, but first of all, it's his hair. He has complete control over that. And looking at his older videos, he used to have a much nicer hairstyle. And 2, I have no sympathy for poor shamers. You know what, while I'm at it, why do Bro's eyebrows look like fear from Inside Out? Actually, somebody sent me this one on Discord. Bro's got that Dracula drip. But you know what, Black Bond? I will happily give you money if you spend it at a barber shop. But insults aside, I love how he says, oh, I like money. Yet he can't comprehend the fact that people would want to save money. If you like money so much, wouldn't you want to save it? Because trust me, dude, I'm pretty sure there's people out there besides you who like money as well. I don't remember exactly who said it, but somebody said you're the type of guy to go to a grocery store and then buy something that's on sale for full price and think that's a flex. And honestly, they're not really wrong. Then again, you also probably think you're flexing by putting all your physical games behind you. When in reality, as soon as I saw that wall right there, this is the first clip that popped into my mind.
What?
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt! You make me sick, you big baby!
First, sorry you had to see the door opening slightly. Hopefully nobody's seeing it. It's not wrong to save money. Listen, games, hardware, they're getting expensive. You want to know how much it's going to cost me for buying the PS5? Not just the PS5, I had to buy a capture card, 24-inch monitor, and 2 games. This is just the original, not counting the bundles. If you buy the bundles, the price will be neck and neck with my gaming laptop. My gaming laptop, it took like what, 45 to 4600 Malaysian ringgit? Pretty much expensive. Yes, in the US and UK, it's probably cheap. You guys can buy anything, well, most of the time, if you have enough money for it. But that's not always the case. Some people are living in a low-income nation. They barely have enough money to buy food. And with the current state of things, people are struggling. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Honestly, I've been trying to save enough money so that I can go YouTube full-time. That's why I split my money. Half of it, I will use it to pay my insurance or perhaps my debt or loan or anything. The other half is for my savings. I will use it to buy my upgrades, etc., games, anything. Just right now, I'm saving a lot of money because based on my analysis, I'm gonna need at best approximately 20 Malaysian ringgit, which it's like what, 4 grand? No, I believe it's 5 grand, maybe more. Could be wrong. And we have to understand that everyone has their own preference, everyone has their own time to buy things. And this is why, when it comes to buying hardware, longevity is another thing, which we're going to come back to it after this video. Soon, don't worry.
Microsoft now owns these companies, owns these IPs, owns these developers, so now people can shut the hell up. We can all go back to gaming. We can all go back to list wars. We can all go back to celebrating being broke, proclaiming that we don't have to pay $60, we can only pay $1 now. Yay, we're broke. Congratulations. Yo, brokies. Yeah, brokies. Yeah, awesome.
I'm legitimately convinced that there's something wrong with this guy. What is your obsession with other people being broke? Are you that insecure? Like, are you really so upset that people can pay less for games now that you're just gonna make a video insulting people who take advantage of it? Damn, I thought Griffin was bad last year with his little slip up, but this guy is just if that slip up from Griffin was a person. But I definitely am celebrating that in the future I hopefully won't have to pay 70 bucks for COD anymore. Oops, sorry, I'm broke for saying that, my mistake. All right, really quick, we're gonna play this last clip from that video, and then given how short this was, I was not expecting it to be so short, by the way. I guess we'll take a look at another video he did where he calls people broke again over this acquisition. Nothing like doubling down on insulting people for literally no reason.
Okay, let's talk about that. We can all go back to gaming. Hey, wait, I'm broke. Like I mentioned, when it comes to buying hardware, when it comes to budgeting, everybody has to know they have to pick the right hardware that can last at least the bare minimum 10 years. My laptop, I purchased this like what, last year. It's been a year already. Has it been 2? I'm not even certain how long I'm going to use this, which I hope it can still last me a bare minimum 10 years. Even though I won't play games like Starfield, or perhaps even Baldur's Gate, or even any newer titles, or even, what, Quantum Error, I could at least save enough storage for Marvel Spider-Man 2, because I overheard the graphics is not very important, the gameplay is what the developers are focusing on, and the graphics is most likely be upgrade a little bit, or have an additional, but hopefully for 1080p, I can still run it for 60 FPS or 80 FPS. I am crossing my fingers. As for Modern Warfare 3, I'm not gonna buy it yet, because if you see what happens right now, during launch, everything is now in shambles because they say that the storage size is now 213 gigs. I look at the Steam recommended settings, it needs a RTX 3060 for recommended, of which I don't think my laptop's gonna manage that. Yes, the RAM can, the storage I can upgrade more, but graphics, no, it doesn't work. That is just the full game, even though I will choose everything, but regardless, in order for me to play Modern Warfare, I'm gonna need, what, 2 terabytes or perhaps even 4.
Very cool. Anyway, I am Black Bond, and I very much congratulate all you broke people out there that are happy about this deal. Us people that are actually buying and purchasing high quality games to ensure that we get further high quality games will continue to do so.
Of course, the classic, oh, we have to pay full price to support the developers. We won't get high quality games with Game Pass, which is hilariously ironic when you consider that we're talking about Activision, whose games have only gotten more expensive. Starting last year, they started charging $70 on PC as well. The COD games have never been on a subscription service day and date, and it feels like they keep getting worse every single year. I mean, Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer feels good, but my god, the campaign was an absolute travesty. But you know what, Black Bond, keep doing you. Keep fighting the good fight against all those brokies out there. Keep paying full price for those games so that way we continue to get high quality games. It's like Alex says, those high quality. But yeah, I was not expecting to have to skip ahead in the video so much. Again, he just says so much nothing for so long, and he just does a bunch of article reading. So I pulled up this other video that he uploaded a couple weeks ago. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that one real quick.
Yes, the old classic, high quality. Look, whether all these console fanboys like it or not, Klutz, I think you and I both know that they are locked at 30 and 60 FPS. And yes, there are some games have reached 120 FPS, but that is only a fraction. And the benefits for PC is that you can increase it. When I first played Marvel Spider-Man 1, I got, well, this is before I got Windows 11. During Windows 10, when I first got it, Marvel Spider-Man 1 remastered on PC, I managed to reach at least 60 FPS or perhaps 70. It depends on my location because remember, open world. And I managed to remove or perhaps downscale the graphics setting that I know will affect performance. Like for example, anti-aliasing, shadow quality, texture quality, and there's many others. But I make sure everything is smooth. Even though I play it on 1080p, I make sure every graphic setting is smooth. Every anti-aliasing I will put it in mid-range or the lower tier. Well, yes, the open world, everything was a bit janky, but I managed to get it done. And the fight scenes and the swinging, well, there are some issues based on CPU, but all in all, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered runs smoothly.
There might have been one time, possibly 2 times, where I said something incorrect on this website. The other times, well, you're pissed off because I'm right. You're pissed off because I'm richer.
What is this dude's obsession with money? Oh my god. I'm legitimately like perplexed. I can't even say I'm confused. Who gives a damn about you being richer than them? In reality, probably nobody cares, and he just tells himself that to make himself feel better. I mean, I've only seen these 2 videos from this guy, but based off of what I've seen, he definitely seems to enjoy, how can I say this in a PG way? Feeling himself. Oh god, just imagine it. He's laying in bed one night and he's like, oh god, yeah, Black Bond, you're so hot. You're so rich. You're not like all those brokies out there. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just made myself cringe. You ever think of something and then feel like you have to take a shower afterwards? That's me right now, which luckily I am going to shower after I finish this, so I guess that works.
Just like Mudahar says, anybody mentioned insecurity first, he's talking about money more than you do, Klutz, definitely shows signs of insecurity. Honestly, this guy might be the next XQC. I think the debate between XQC and Mudahar really sums up that XQC is a beta. I will link to that debate between Mudahar and XQC, or perhaps Mudahar's video, in the description.
See, because like I said yesterday, Nintendo fans, Super Mario Wonder, 93 Metacritic score. Eat. Marvel Spider-Man 2, 90 Metacritic score. Sony fans, eat. What are Xbox fans eating? Oh wait, you're eating Phil Spencer's cock. It's the only thing you're eating. You're not eating anything else. You're not playing nothing. The only thing you're playing is crying on Twitter about who? About me.
Okay, so I actually went to this guy's Twitter because I got curious. Most of his tweets are actually him retweeting stuff, and then the stuff that he does tweet out gets like 10 likes and no replies. The only thing I've actually seen somebody get mildly upset at you for is when you said good job Microsoft when IGN gave the Modern Warfare 3 campaign a 4 out of 10, and then somebody replied pointing out that this isn't Microsoft's fault because they just got Activision like 2 weeks ago. And obviously MW3 has been in development for longer than 2 weeks, although it really doesn't feel like it, to be honest. Although I do agree, console fanboys do love to cry on Twitter, but you said it wrong. We say that they're playing Twitter. We don't say that they're playing crying on Twitter. That would be like if I said as a sport I play swimming. It just doesn't sound right. But yeah, let's ignore Hi-Fi Rush, Forza Motorsports, Starfield, all games that have good Metacritic scores, even though I don't really see why Metacritic scores matter. Just because the critics give it a good score doesn't mean the audience is eating. But yeah, let's ignore the great games that Xbox has gotten this year. And you know why? It's because those games didn't get in the 90s. That's right, guys. For a game to be good, it has to have a 90 or higher on Metacritic. If you get in the 80s, game sucks. That essay I wrote for history the other week that got like an 88, it automatically sucks. Like, what is this logic? And it's hilarious that he's saying, oh, Spider-Man 2 has a 90, PlayStation gamers are eating. And then says, oh, what are Xbox gamers eating? Xbox has put out more games this year than PlayStation, and for the most part, they've been really good. PlayStation has had one very controversial game this year, and yes, I know Spider-Man 2 has very good reviews, even from the audience, but if you look at the online discourse around the game, people seem to be saying almost as many negative things as positive things. Even the amazing Lucas made a video talking about how buggy the game was, and how poorly written it was. I'm not saying you can't enjoy the game, I'm just saying that when the amazing Lucas of all people is talking trash about Spider-Man, you know something's up.
Yeah, agree 100%, Klutz. Firstly, I don't care about Metacritics, okay? Yes, you are right, audience aren't eating it. Look, for me, when I look at a trailer, I know without a shadow of a doubt that game's gonna be good. Whether it's Starfield, Marvel Spider-Man 2, I know that game's gonna be good. And I am crossing my fingers, I am waiting for the Marvel Spider-Man 2 PC port, of which, Klutz, I have a feeling that it's gonna get more saltier when it happens. If it does, whether a game's Metacritic scores on 90s or perhaps more, or it doesn't get in the 90s, doesn't exactly mean it's a bad game. For me, what I'll do is I'll buy the game, play it, and I'll be the judge of it. If I don't like it, you wanna know what I do? I keep it. Uninstall, but I keep it in my Steam library. Use it in my second laptop for a better visual. Trust me, these games, yes, not many people using Let's Plays or anything. However, every game within it has something to talk about. Let's give, for example, Starfield. I know I haven't played yet, of which I'm gonna do it in the near future. What does Starfield can offer me, besides of course science fiction? I can make movie predictions. I can make some commentators or perhaps news surrounding news or perhaps any related topics surrounding a movie. For example, Alien Romulus, I think it's to call it Alien Romulus. That movie is about science fiction and about alien invasion, about anything that is related to aliens. Starfield is the best representation or the best game for me to use as a gameplay footage. I can use Starfield as a gameplay footage. And not only that, there is also for me to talk about the recovery of, or perhaps this is a what if, a scenario of what if Resistant franchise is recovered, returned. A lot you can talk about.
Mad because I have actual tangible games where you have nothing but mediocre trash that you have to subscribe to for $1 a month like a peasant, like a plebeian. One of these master grade models right here probably costs more than everything you invest into your peasantry console per year.
Well, damn, you know what? Hold on. Gotta get out of my chair. Let me bow down real quick. Hold on. Get out of the way, chair. There we go. Gotta bow down to this man. He's got one of those really cool statues that I don't know exactly what it is, but he's got an expensive statue. Please teach me the ways of being rich, sir. I beg you, I don't want to be a peasant anymore. But in all seriousness, dude, what are you gonna tell me next? That haircut costs more than my gaming PC? Because if you paid a single dime for that Mickey Mouse ear hat looking thing, I will strongly urge you to get your money back. In fact, as long as you have that haircut, please use this clip as your intro.
Hey everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
So before any one of you...
That was great, Klutz. You really did it that time. Honestly, sometimes we have to understand that not everybody can afford or perhaps have the space for it. If you look at the desk I'm using, I've already filled all the way. I don't have enough space left. I mean, yes, I could save enough space for my laptop, but that's not gonna do any good. And I have an extra desk behind me here, but that's already full as well. Sometimes, even in small spaces, you have to make do with what you have. And it's possible some people have done it. Some people have done making gaming setup in a small package or in a small desk or even a small spaces, a small room. They can make it. It's possible.
So before any one of you that subscribe to the Baroque Works mentality want to even talk, want to even cry, want to even complain, please, by all means, put your face on camera. Don't hide behind your keyboard.
I mean, I'll do that once I hit 100K, but until then, nah, I'm gonna stay faceless. And trust me, dude, I know you're a narcissist and all, but you have to recognize when you have a face for radio. At least I'm self-aware enough to know that. Although I guess in your case, it's more of a haircut for radio, but whatever, I'm beating a dead horse at this point. But even putting that aside, what does people being on camera have to do with this? Do you want people to go on camera so you can talk about how much nicer looking you are than them? Because honestly, with you, I would not be surprised in the slightest. Man, how would these guys talking bad about me? I'm more handsome than them, I'm more rich than them. I mean, that's all that matters, right? Yes, I know that was a bad Black Bond impression, shut up. You know, the more I think about it, the more I'm starting to realize he probably just made this YouTube channel so he could give himself ego boosts every few days. I mean, from what I've seen, his videos are half talking about the subject that's in the title, and the other half is insulting people for not being as rich as him. But hey, that's just what I've noticed, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm as blind to Black Bond's good content as Mighty Keith is to PlayStation fanboys. But yeah, guys, with all that being said, that's gonna do it for this one. Apologies, there was a ton of skipping around in the videos. I'm not even kidding, like half of the second video that we took a look at was him naming individual things that he had in his house. Like, I'm not even kidding, he was talking about his refrigerator. He named each individual Star Wars helmet that he had on his shelves. This dude is similar to J-Tech in the sense that he can talk for so long but say absolutely nothing for most of it. So again, I really do apologize, but the next video should be a bit more interesting. We're going to be talking about the hypocrisy with the Red Dragon over Microsoft laying off people versus Sony laying off people. Should be a good time for you. For me, it will probably be pure pain. So yeah, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more. Always remember, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you're broke, and I will catch you all next time.
I didn't know about that, Klutz. I thought you were responding to a bit longer. Now that I see it, maybe Motohara was right. Anybody who mentioned insecurity first definitely shows signs of insecurity, like what's happening. My take on this is that everybody has their own preferred games or preferred platform to play games. Not everybody can invest in a console. My old PS2, which was, I believe it was a used one, has just collected dust. It works when I first purchased this, but now it's collected dust. It doesn't work anymore. PS3, I didn't get a chance to buy it because I couldn't afford it. And most importantly, many games I've missed out. For example, Marvel Spider-Man, Spider-Man Shadow Dimension, Resistance. I never got a chance to play that game. Well, except of course Call of Duty 2. I played that game because it's already on PC. But some games on the PS3, like Resistance or anything, I missed out. Couldn't even play that game. Even Batman Arkham series, the first two, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and also Arkham Origin, I didn't get a chance to play that game because it was exclusive to PS3. So now I got an emulator, of which I'm still trying to figure it out, all the technical specs or graphic setting, but I managed to finally experience it. And I also have a PS2 emulator. That's about it. And DuckStation PS1, which, trust me, I miss PS1 era. The PS1 was the real reason why I get into not just the PS2, but into first-person shooters and also Call of Duty and Medal of Honor. And it was House of the Dead that sparks my interest of survival horror like Resident Evil 4. Well, with that being said, if you guys enjoy this, I will leave a link to the original video in the description. I should recommend you to watch that first to get more content before you watch this commentary or reaction. Relevant content will be in the description down below as well. And also, I will link my first channel. If you guys want to see reaction or perhaps responses to any theory videos and what ifs, it'll be in the description and also right up here. Just remember, I'm only transforming my content, not stealing anybody.